Hello, welcome to our final installment of this video series illustrating how we are going to take a source data, a source audio file, and convert it so that it can be used as a source text or a source audio in Translation Recorder. We've gone through the steps of importing it into Ocean Audio, marking the verses in the proper location, saving the file. We've gone through chunking the file, and now we're moving it over to my tablet. So follow me. So right here I'm using TeamViewer, and I have a look at my tablet. This is if you're familiar with Android at all, you'll somewhat familiar with the file structure. And I have a sync thing share called Android. And if we look here, Android share on my laptop here goes to a directory on my local laptop, and then sync thing just replicates it over here to my tablet, just like that. So we were working in 2nd John, and these are all the files that we created in the past step. Remember, we started out with 2nd John chapter 1 as it came from our AYT, and how we marked all the verses and then saved it. We ran it through the dechunking tool, and we got these 13 additional WAV files that were all split out. Now that sync thing has copied all those files over, we need to put these into, let's just make this as big as possible, huh? There. We need to put these into Translation Recorder. My recommendation is that we open up Translation Recorder, and we start 2nd John project. Let's seed the project. By that we'll have all the directories created, and we'll know where these files go. So Translation Recorder. Let's go over here to the left to the project management window. And let's create a new project. Let's create a new project for Bahasa 2nd John. So target language, we can either scroll, or we can type in ID, or we can type in Bahasa, or we can type in Indonesia. Interesting, it searches on the first letter, so Bahasa. There we go. Bahasa Indonesian, ID. We are in the New Testament. We are in 2nd John. Either once again I can scroll down, or I can do the magic search. There we go. 2nd John. Unlock the literal Bible. And remember when I marked the verses with Ocean Audio, I was marking it by verse and not by chunk. I had made the decision arbitrarily for demonstration purposes to show you how to break the source audio file apart in verses and not in chunks. Now that's a decision that you'll have to make within your group, is how do you want your source broken up, by chunk or by verse? So I'm going to select, because I broke it up by verse, I need to select by verse here. So select verse. I do not have a source audio. That's what we're up to. So we can skip this step. And there we go. So I'm just going to create one file here, just so I have a file seeded, and then that'll create all the directory structure and everything. This is Chuck making a source audio file. It's kind of to seed the directories. Thank you. This is Chuck making Perfect. It could just been me counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's look at our file manager here, and let's take a look at Translation Recorder directory. And there we can see ID, ULB, 2nd John, 01, and there's our single project file that I created. So now I'm going to go back to where Now I'm going to go back to where I copied it from my laptop to the tablet using SyncThing. It's under Android Share, Indonesia, 2nd John. A long hold. I can select all. I can copy. And I can go back to this directory of 2nd John chapter 1, and then paste. And I'm going to overwrite it because obviously what I made as that seed file is wrong. So let's just overwrite it. We now have all the files over there. So let's see what Translation Recorder thinks of that. Let's go to Translation Recorder. And remember the project, the latest project you're working on appears at the top. All the verses are there. So let's open up verse 13. Let's listen to it. Perfect. It's there and it works. We can see by the red circle that the project is complete. So now let's go back out and let's click on the eye, select the eye. Now you'll notice it looks like a sheet of paper with an ear by it. That's to make a source audio, to make a .tr translation recorder. So if we select that, it's saying ID Indonesian underscore ULB underscore 2JN 2nd John underscore .tr translation recorder. So that's taking those files that we imported in, that we copied over for Translation Recorder, and now we're going to use Translation Recorder to export it as a source text. Pretty slick. So I'm going to put it in Android Share, Indonesia, 2nd John. I'm just going to put the rest of that and save it there. Exporting. Great. Exporting. Perfect. And those are the steps that it takes to export your source audio file from Translation Studio. I have one more video I've created for you, kind of a bonus video of me actually using the source file, taking it, importing it, and creating a new project called Papua Malay. And I'll go through and I will create all 13 verses. So I hope this video series has been beneficial to you, and I hope that it makes sense. Feel free to reach out to me if there's something I went over too fast or if I skipped over. But thank you.